What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, I'm coming at you with my hero deck list for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. You might have seen my top 16 Cyber Dragon deck list from the Swagkage tournament. That was about a week ago or so. But I also main heroes. I've been a Cyber Dragon main and a hero main for a long time. I have them both IRL. So I want to go over the deck list that I have here and the choices that I chose and some different things you can do. And ultimately, and I know a lot of people say this, but you want to use this as a guide for whatever you want to use. Okay, so Triple Maxi to start out with. This card is absolutely mandatory in every deck. It's the best card in the game right now. Double Increase. I see people cutting this to 1, and I don't like that at all. Because I tried it. I tried cutting it to 1. And I would always draw it. I would always draw Increase. And then I didn't have my combo. It really sucked. So double Increase. It's worth the 2 copies. 3 Stratos. I kind of want to save the Stratos, maybe even the Ferris and the E-Call to the end. So I'm gonna kind of skip over that and I'll come back to it at the end. Vion you need to run 2 of, kind of same thing as Increase. If you draw it, you can't do your combo with it. Sometimes I had a duel where I opened 2 Vion and that kind of sucks, but I mean, that's barely gonna happen. Out of 100 duels, maybe like 1 duel or 2 duels I would open that. Like it's never gonna happen. So 2 Vion's the right ratio, pretty standard for that. 2 Shadow Mist, same thing, standard ratio. 1 Solid Soldier. I guess some people don't run this. I feel like everybody does now, to be honest. But this card is 100% necessary. You can make a lot of combos and a lot of first turn Dark Laws that you couldn't make otherwise. And this is a going first build. I think in Master Duel, a lot of the meta decks kind of rely on using their graveyard. For example, Tri Brigades. And Dark Law just shuts that all down. And the first turn boards you can make are insane. If you're backed up by like a Maxi or a Forbidden Droplet or something on top of that, like it's very difficult for your opponent to get through. So I know there are, you know, going second builds that can OTK, but I think Dark Law in a 1-to-1 format is just so good. So I do like the going first build. So yeah, Solid Soldier enables a lot of combos when he's used with Polymerization. You could special summon the Shadow Mist from your graveyard, and you can get Dark Law that way. You could also special summon it from your hand, but typically you want to do the former. Okay, so we are running Triple Fusion Destiny, and a going first build, you want Triple Fusion Destiny, because it's a 1-card Dark Law, just like Hero Lives. That's why these are both maxed out at 3. You should be running this at 3. I see some people running it at 2. I guess it's personal preference, but it's a 1-card Dark Law. In my mind, it's just, how do I consistently get first turn Dark Law? And ideally, first turn full board. So yeah, that's why I have 3 of these cards. But because of that, you're gonna wanna run 2 targets. So I chose Draw Hand and Dynatag, in addition to the Malicious, because Malicious you use as part of your combos. You want 2 targets outside of that. So you absolutely need Dynatag while you are running Dystopia, because a lot of sometimes when you make Dystopia, you won't have another way to boost its attack unless you have Dynatag. So you absolutely need this card if you're running Dystopia. We will be getting Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer soon. When we get that, you'd probably be okay cutting Dystopia, because you're almost always going to make that over Dystopia. So in that case, you wouldn't need this. You could pick another target like Plasma or whatever you like. And I think Draw Hand is going to be the best level 4. You want to take advantage of the 1600 burn you can get by using a level 4 or lower. And I think out of the level 4s, this is the best one because it's a guaranteed special summon on your next standby phase. You can also force your opponent to draw 1 and trigger Dark Law's effect. You don't have to if you don't want to. Plus, it's another body you just get on your board for free. So I think Draw Hand is definitely the best of the options there. A Dusted Gold, self-explanatory. Liquid Soldier, you need it for the combos, self-explanatory. I'm going to talk about Stratos Ferris and this little E-Call that I have here at the end. 2 Mali, self-explanatory, and Honest Neos, same thing. A lot of these are just like cards that are just obvious that you need. You know, you need the 1 Poly, you need the 1 Miracle Fusion, you need the 1 Dark Calling. Like I already talked about, the hero lives and the fusion destiny. Triple mass change is necessary, and I think triple forbidden droplet is really necessary, like in first to one formats, because if you're forced to go second, you really want to see either max C or forbidden droplet, because if they have a board that you can't really get around or you can't really do anything with, droplet is so good. Like any deck that can OTK, that has the potential to OTK, I feel like you should always run droplet. And in my opinion, behind max C, this is like the best card in the game. It's so good. It doesn't target. You can negate multiple monster effects that would maybe be negates to what you're trying to do. This card is so good. So yeah, okay. So I want to talk about, okay. So I am a big consistency freak, okay? This is why I run triple Stratos and the one Eco and the one reinforcement of the army, because I'm filling in these last slots with consistency cards. You can get away with 2 Stratos. If you run 1, you're absolutely crazy. You can get away with 2. Ideally, you want 1 for the first turn, and then it is nice to have 1 kind of in the late game if the duel goes on a little longer than you would think, and then maybe when you have your board established. Some of the Stratos use the effect to destroy all the back row. Can be really good. That can be really nice. I like running 3, especially when you're running 3 hero lives, because like I said, my mentality is first turn Dark Law, and ideally first turn full combo. So I like running 3 because a lot of times, like first turn, I could special summon a Stratos with hero lives and maybe like summon Solid Soldier into another Stratos and use the effect again. And then I like to have that late game Stratos in case, I don't know, there's a top decking or whatever, if it comes down to that, or if I want to just destroy all the back row when I have a full board set up. I like 3 Stratos. That's why I have it. 3 Ferris just for consistency of the combo, and then obviously Road is self-explanatory, and I just filled it in with an E. I see a lot of people maybe like cutting the E, maybe running 2 Stratos, running 2 Call by the Grave, 2 Ash, whatever. You can do what you want, but I'm a consistency freak, and I just like seeing my full combo first turn. So that's why I run that, but I do think the Max C and the Forbidden Droplet are definitely necessary. I mean, Max C is just necessary, and then Forbidden Droplet's just really good. If I'm forced to go second, to be able to outboards. It could be really good going first too. Moving on to the extra deck, 2 Dark Law is standard. I'll talk about Blast last because it's kind of the last thing that I would put in here. You need Dangerous and you need Dystopia. Dangerous for the 1 card Dark Law with Fusion Destiny, and Dystopia for the Interrupt. Sunrise is part of the combo. So is Absolute Zero. So is Acid. Malicious Bane is necessary, and then these 3 are necessary. So let me go over some of these other choices. Anki. I really don't go into this card too much, but when I do go into it, if I didn't have it, I probably wouldn't have won that game. Anki can be good because there are some monsters Dark Law can't beat over. Anki can beat over that, search the match change, and then get your Dark Law. Also, Anki can attack your opponent directly for 1400. A lot of times that can give you game, and if you're just sitting there with like a hero and a mass change and you don't have Anki and your opponent has like 1,000 life points left, then you just lost the game with a card you could have had in your extra deck. I'm gonna give you guys a little tech. If you like Forbidden Chalice, maybe like Forbidden Droplets too expensive for you and you want to do Chalice, which is a good budget option until you get this. The way Chalice works with Anki is you can use Anki's effect to attack directly. Then you can activate Chalice on your own Anki, boost its attack, and it will negate its effects, so it will be attacking directly and it will have 3200 attack. So that's a little combo for a 3200 direct poke, which is kind of cool. So that's another cool thing about Anki. Adoration I feel like is absolutely necessary. Not a lot of people run this. I guess you could run a Scuriato. How the fuck do you spell it? There it is. It's just a hero and a dark monster, because a lot of times you're making this when you don't have like the different attributes for Sunrise. So you could make this 100 attack for each hero in your graveyard. This one you can target a hero you control and another monster your opponent controls and they lose attack. Either or. I mean, 2800 base, 2500 base. I've always run Adoration. It's just 2 hero monsters. Doesn't have to be plus a dark monster. So yeah, either or I guess. but I have Adoration. Trinity can be very good when your opponent has a board full of monsters. Trinity plus Honest Neos is 7,500 attack, 3 attacks. It can attack directly, but it doesn't need to when you have that much attack. So that's pretty good. I'd say Trinity can definitely enable OTKs that you couldn't get otherwise if your opponent has a board full of monsters. And then I think out of everything, I think Blast was nice. You could run a second Cross Crusader. I don't go into Blast too often. You could run a second one if you want, but to be honest, I feel like if you're making a second Cross Crusader, you're probably gonna lose the game anyways. Like, I almost never make a second Cross Crusader. The reason Blast is really good is if someone tries to like Imperm your Stratos, or I don't know, Droplet or Chalice or whatever, you can just mash change it into this and you can still get your Stratos search. But it doesn't come up too much, so there's some room for whatever you want to put in here. I would say like Blast is kind of optional. Maybe even Trinity, and I guess maybe even Anki because I don't make it too much, but I don't know, I think it's really good for when you need it. But that's pretty much it. That's my entire hero deck in a nutshell. That's why I run what I run. I have another video up on my YouTube that kind of shows the full combo for heroes if you're interested in kind of seeing how the combos work. But pretty much you end up with Sunrise, who can prevent your other heroes from, when they're attacked, you can destroy a card on the field. And then you have Dark Law, and then you have Absolute Zero with the Mash Change set. So you can banish your opponent's entire field by changing into Acid at any time. And then if they try to attack you, you can destroy with Sunrise. You have Dark Law as well. And if you get Fusion Destiny as well, you could even have Dystopia on top of that. So it's a really insane first turn board, especially if it's backed by like a Maxi or a Droplet. It can be very hard for your opponent to play and really do anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. I am doing a Road to Platinum 1 with Heroes. I already completed it with Cyber Dragons in the first season. Now we're doing Heroes. If you want to check that out, you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/flykunai313. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll have more videos coming out, more good hero videos coming out after this one. Look forward to that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Master Duel stuff, more hero stuff, more Cyber Dragon stuff. But we are definitely in the hero phase right now. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.